Oh, okay.
Start.
Thanks.
So hello everyone. Thank you for joining today's live session. If you are watching from Zoom or on YouTube Live, I welcome you all. I am Shayantan, the TA of the course. So today I'll be trying to talk to you, the participants also, and also I'll be talking to you about the exam patterns and questions. So let me share my screen first. Yeah. Can you confirm if it's visible?
Yes, you are visible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, the first thing that I will try to first address is the discussion forum. All of you know that there is a dedicated discussion forum for the course. We have received some questions, one or two we have already answered. I think Devika Nayar has asked a question about urban precarity. So we will get back to Devika by tonight or tomorrow morning after we consult with the course instructor. He could not be here today. So the participants who have any questions for about the course modules can put their questions in discussion forums. We'll try to answer it and also talk to the course instructor about the specific complex questions, and he will also chip in while explaining the answer. So please use the discussion forum to raise any question, feedback as and when necessary. Also, some of you have asked direct questions without referring to the video, so it becomes a bit uh, of an issue for us. So always use the timestamp of the video when you are asking a question. When you are listening to an audio or a video of the module, there at the bottom of the screen there is a tab called Ask a Question. So if you click on that, the timestamp of the video will appear with the email that we get from you. So please use that feature so that we can exactly locate from where the question is being formed. And as I have mentioned that all the we'll get, if you give us the question beforehand and give us a time of 1 or 2 days, we'll be happy to get back to you in consultation with the course instructor, Professor Nair. Uh, as a TA, today's um, agenda for me is to explain the question types that you will get for your end of course exam. As you are aware that for the end of course exam, you will have two weightage portions, one from weekly assignments and one from the final certification exam of 100 marks. So from the for this 8 weeks course, the best of 6 assignments will be taken, and 25% of them will be converted, and the marks you get from the proctored certification exam, 75% will be taken from that, and together they will form the final marks of your exam. So 25% from the weekly assignments and 75% from the end of course certification exam. So please follow the deadlines. Don't miss any deadlines for your weekly assignments. Submit them as they go. And now we'll talk about the 100 marks exam of the end of course. So for the end of course exam, you will have majorly three sections. One is multiple choice questions, MCQ, multiple select questions, MSQ, and short answer type questions, essay. Uh, the first section, multiple choice question, is very much like any weekly assignment questions. One answer will be correct and radio buttons will be displayed. So I have given one example, which is taken from one of the weekly assignments. So the question is, which of these is an example of environmental vulnerability? Four options will be given, and you click on the correct answer for this question. The right answer is option A, which is melting glaciers. So you have all attempted too many multiple choice questions by now, because we have already finished week 4 assignments. And as I have heard today in the email that the week 6 assignments are live for you to attempt, so won't be an issue for you. Another example for MCQ is again taken from one of the weekly assignments, which is which of the following is cited as an example of historically produced group vulnerability? Four options are there: slavery in the United States, industrial automation, global tourism, and social media misinformation. The correct answer is obviously option A, slavery in the United States. So it's more of the same like the weekly assignments. You click on the correct option and it will be taken as the right answer. Now coming back to multiple select questions. So multiple select question is where more than one answer can be correct. The learners have always been practicing these questions in the weekly assignments, but in the MCQ format. I will come to it later, the differences between the two formats. But just for the sake of the definition, multiple select questions will be where more than one answer will be correct, and instead of the buttons, check boxes will be given where you have to, I mean, the learners have to click on more than one options that they think correct. So by definition, it will be more than one correct. So maybe you will want to check the boxes of three options or two options or all the four options as you wish. But if you think, for example, that three options are correct, you have to check the boxes of three options separately and not one click will work. So let's take look at some examples to get a better idea of it. So this is one of the questions that you are getting in weekly assignment in the MCQ format. So the question was, why are daily wage workers highly vulnerable during disasters? Option A, loss of statement A rather, loss of immediate income. B, strong job security. C, lack of savings. D, informal employment with no benefits. Then the options were given. Option 1 is A and C. Option 2 is A, B, and D. Option 3 is B, C, and D. Option D is A, C, and D. So the right answer will be A, C, and D, which is loss of immediate income, lack of savings, informal employment with no benefits. So this is one of the multiple select questions, but you are attempting it using the MCQ format. Same question. Now, if you are asked in the multiple select question format in your final exam, the question will look something like this. So the same question: why are daily wage workers highly vulnerable during disasters? Option A is loss of immediate income. B, strong job security. C, lack of savings. D, informal employment with no benefits. So instead of MCQ where only one answer is correct, check boxes will be given for each options, and you have to physically check the boxes of A, C, and D. If you do this, you will get the full marks. So this is the difference I was trying to locate at in the MCQ and the MSQ format differences. Let's look at one more example to explain it furthermore. Again, this question has been taken from one of your weekly assignments. The question is, which groups became more vulnerable due to biopolitical structures during the pandemic? Statement A, the elderly. B, populations with limited digital access. C, wealthy citizens with private healthcare. D, children in the global south. And the options are option A, B, and C, 2, B, C, and D, 3, A, C, and D, and 4, A, B, and D. So you clicked on option 4, which is A, B, and D, and in MCQ format, you got the correct marks. But the same question, if asked in multiple select question, the question will be like this: which groups became more vulnerable due to biopolitical structures during the pandemic? And the four options will be option A, the elderly. B, populations with limited digital access. Option C, wealthy citizens with private healthcare. Option D, children in the global south. Now, again, as I have mentioned, checkboxes will be given. And for this question, if you are asked this question, you would have to check the three boxes of A, B, and D separately. Only then you will get the full marks or the correct marks. And so section 1 will be choice question. Section 2 will be multiple select question. And now coming to section 3, which is the short answer question. Short answer question. For short answer question, you have to type the answer using your keyboard where the exam centers will be. You'll be given a keyboard, and you have to only in these questions you can use the keyboard. For others you cannot. Only mouse, with the mouse you click or check the boxes for answering the correct options. For short answer questions you can type your answers, where the essay prompt will look something like this. Write a short note on some topic. You may refer to specific textual examples and real world events to support your arguments. Note your answer should not exceed 300 words. So for each short answer question, you have to write a paragraph or an essay as you wish in 300 words about the topic. Now, which topic? The topic will be broadly set from the lecture modules. So this is to judge your knowledge, which is beyond the rote learning or the informative learning that you are getting from the videos, rather on a broader understanding of the topics. So for each lecture titles, you will get a topic, and if you prepare from beforehand, you will be able to answer. So let's look at one example, and it is an example and also a take-home assignment for all the learners. We will post this assignment on the discussion forum, but as a disclaimer, let me give you explicitly that this is not part of your weekly assignment. This will not be graded. This is just for you as a practice, and we'll drop this essay prompt on the discussion forum, and in the discussion forum you can write your essay as a comment by next Friday maybe, and we will look at your essays and give a feedback so that you can be ready before facing the question in your final exam. So to prepare the learners, we are doing this practice assignment, which is not part of the weekly assignment in no form, and it will not be taken for the process of your final certification exam. So this we have to make it very clear. So maybe an essay question, a short answer question will be like this. Write a short note on illness and the vulnerable body. You may refer to specific textual examples and real world events to support your arguments. So the concepts you have got in the video modules, the topic has already been covered in the lecture series. So you learn the concept from that video, and then you apply those concepts in any textual examples you have, either be a movie or a novel or a poem or anything, or any real world events where you think that this specific phenomena has can be studied using the frame of illness and the vulnerable body. So that's it from me for this short presentation about the exam pattern and the questions. So now how we will go about the remaining weeks about the course. Week 6 contents have already been uploaded. So for the next 2 weeks, you will attempt the weekly assignments as it is. By the end of this week, we will post the practice assignment question on your discussion forum. You will have time till Friday to write back to us about if you want to write your essay following that prompt, and we'll give a feedback on your answer. And probably in the first, we will talk with the NPTEL team, obviously, and towards the end of the course, maybe in week 8, we'll have the final live session. I will be there again as the TA, and we'll talk about the question pattern in detail, and any questions if you have just before your final exam. Yeah, so thank you. That's from me, from my side. And if you have any questions about the course modules or specifically about the exams, I am happy to answer. Yeah. Okay, is there any question? Okay, so in YouTube, I can see one question from Shilpa Kumari. She's asking, will life writing studies be part of it? Uh, in in one sense, yes, when we are talking about the illness memoir and all, in that sense, life writing will be part of the syllabi or the NSEM end of course. Okay, so in YouTube, I can see one question from Shilpa Kumari. Okay, she's asked, okay, sorry, is it okay? Right. So as I was saying, yeah, so it will be right, but more of a genre than a topic as such. So when we are talking about the illness and the vulnerable body, you can talk about how the patients themselves write memoirs of their vulnerable body in life writing maybe. So life writing can work as a genre or the expression of the vulnerability, yes, but we are not talking at or looking at life writing as a full blown genre as it is like memoir other than vulnerability. We are not looking at maybe the way we talk about that biography or autobiography. We are not looking at all kinds of biographies or autobiographies. We are only looking at those kind of memoirs that talk about the vulnerability of the body and the person being discussed at. Yeah. So I hope I have answered your question that yes, life writing will be part of the course, but in we will look at life writing from the frame of the vulnerability and not all kinds of memoir we are looking at. So any more questions? Okay, those who are joining via YouTube live, you can also um, post your questions in the chat box maybe, and we can take your questions from there. Okay, so I don't. If is there any more question? Okay, I cannot see any more questions. So if we are okay, we can maybe um, sir from NPTEL, um, should we wrap it up the session if no more questions are there? Okay, then thank you everyone for joining. If you have obviously any more question, you can ask you in the discussion forum of the course. We will be happy to answer all your questions there as well in email. And as I have mentioned, you can also use it as a virtual discussion forum among the learners as well, where you respond to each other and the queries you have. You can share your thoughts there as well. If nothing is there for me to answer, maybe we can wrap it up here. Sir, should we end the session here? Hello? Can you hear me? maybe we can wait for 2-3 minutes. Participants who are watching on YouTube just joined. Maybe you can type in the YouTube chat box if you have any question. I will be happy to answer your queries. Specifically about exam patterns, I have already mentioned in my presentation. If I have missed it, you can go back and look at it. Anyway, this session will be recorded and shared with all the learners.